Serious? Are you serious, folks? Listen, unbelievable. I mean, are you serious? President Trump speaks. He really backs Iran down and offers them peace, not war, but peace. And guess what? The markets react positively. The oil prices drop. Gold is up. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's like, I mean, what a 24-hour emotional ride for America and the world. And at the end of the day, we might see President Trump and the Ayatollah Ali Khomeini holding hands singing Kumbaya. I don't know what's next, but let's get the guy who's going to help us understand all of this, folks, all the way from Trade Genius Academy in California. It's Bob Kudlow, the man with the answers. Bob, how are you today?
I'm doing good, Paul. It's just an amazing year already.
I mean, it's only the 8th of January. I mean, last night we're staring down Armageddon, and today we have energy independence. Can you help us understand? Let's start easy. Brock, put that little cartoon character up there. Folks, don't worry about it, okay? I mean, think about it. It might look like the end of the world, but in reality, there's some opportunities. There's some great opportunities. There it is. And so, while the end of the world scenario will be rife with unimaginable horrors, we believe that the pre-end period will be filled with unprecedented opportunities for profit. This is a phenomenal statement. Bob, is that what we're seeing?
Yeah, it's funny, everybody's always looking for the gloom or doom with this. You just kind of wait for it, the rapture person.
We are obviously Christians, and it's like a premillennial rapture or something they would say. But bailing out before the ship sinks. It's just the point is that in these situations, you got to take a step back. I just got some advice for some people that are in the E-trade. You never try to trace a trade like this because you just look for it. You just wait for it to exhaust itself. And those emotions come from some of our subscribers. We probably had some of the best training with 24 hours that we've had. Probably 5 or 6 yours, at least me personally, because we've at least seen this movie before. Iran has zero strategic stability capability unless they put a suitcase loaded bomb in a U.S. city. Short of that, there's no essential threat to the United States. So anything that they were going to do, it just causes a knee-jerk reaction to these markets and that are algorithmically trading. You simply wait for them to exhaust themselves. And as soon as we know that Trump was going to speak last night, I knew that he was off. I knew the morning was coming, and America likes to fight at night. And so morning was coming in Iraq and Iran, and we weren't going to put any of our assets up into the air. So it just said, buy the market, guys. And he said, Trump is going to ask, in a couple of weeks, he's going to put an olive branch out there. And he did. And he caught the Democrats flat-footed once again. And they try to position him as a whoremonger, but he always comes to his office. I never disentangle myself from these endless wars. He's rotating about Afghanistan. He's now put us in a position that he's going to rotate us out of Iraq. He killed a guy that needed to be killed. He's killed a lot of Americans, and he's the guy that it's been causing all the grief. And Israel and Lebanon and Syria and Iraq and Iran and against us. And he's gone. And the rumor on the street, Paul, is that there's very few tears being shed for this guy. Even the Mullen report was he was going to eclipse him because he controlled the army. But the Muellers didn't. But obviously everybody else didn't like him. It was a tremendous opportunity. And I just joked with you, Paul, before we went on the air, about none of this matters even though we did this yesterday, before we knew that this war, this 24-hour war that we didn't have started, it was like joke that said, look, Iran is not going to matter strategic level of the United States. It's only the fact that it's the impeachment dead, Iran dead. The economy, I think all the weeks now in the country, they publicly, privately, they're rooting for this guy because the alternative is that basically the destruction of the United States of America by these crazy socialists. So, and the damage is taken still, and even Bloomberg was trying to play this off like it's moderate. He's a busybody, and he's going to be sticking his nose into everybody's raptures, huh? And he's a control freak. And so I think a lot of people like saying, like, you know what? He's doing okay here. I mean, you think about what he has done. I mean, it's just amazing. Look, I was not a Trumper when he got elected. Since he was on my take, I voted for him, I support him. And he's really won me over on terms of his ability to get stuff done. And still talking, dude. And he's put on this design that don't underestimate him. So
it's really a matter of shifting, Paul. You know, we have the economy being fed by the Fed, and that's what I meant, I think, by the elites. They've made a decision. They're not going to pull the carpet out or the rug out from underneath. We have the economy being fed by the Fed, and that's what I meant, I think, by the elites. They've made a decision.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Pull the carpet out.
It's the economy until they public can't until they can't eat anymore, and that'll be like a 2008 event. It will happen. It's not going to happen this year. So now you have to say to yourself, where do we put the money? And that's moving over to the commodities. And gold and silver hitting a high low. We're going to have new highs in gold before this year's out, and silver will be over $20. And at that point, somebody it'll really take off. And then mine was like 800%, something like that. We're already going for this, and we already have a lot of money, so it's all tripled, but it still doubles and triples, and then so that's kind of how we see things. And we're just glad that we have big pockets that are deep as hell, and 155.
And keep it simple.
You know, folks, this is Bob Kudla with us. Bob Kudla from TradeGeniusAcademy.com. That's TradeGeniusAcademy.com. You can always call the number 1408. That's 1-800-949-1408. Dow Jones, the morning after Armageddon, up 161.
Yes.
Gold up to 1558.
That's right, Paul. That's all my
1817.
Everything is up.
Up to 7,981. And the stock market is sitting at 28,007.
Oh man, we got pieces coming to the earth.
But I made a prediction on New Year's Eve that the stock
Wait a minute, aren't they
market
saying
would
peace and
hit
safety?
30,000 this year, but it wouldn't
Right.
stay there. I think at some point it would come down to something.
That's what I was thinking,
I
Paul.
feel like we haven't topped the mountain yet on the market, and I'm with you. The gold, the silver, the precious metals are going to be. Gold's just going to keep going. I wouldn't be shocked if gold doesn't see 2,000, maybe 21, 22.
That is awesome news, Paul. Wasn't Paul a liar too?
And the economy is incredible, and I think you're right. You know, I believe you're right when you said
I am right. Yeah.
They have decided that Trump's good. They can't deal with the
spit it
crazy
out.
socialists, and I think that Elizabeth Warren and Bernie and some of these folks have scared the market and all business.
That's right,
anybody
Paul.
in business, small or big, anybody.
We're all
doesn't
going
want to
under.
see these people,
Big, small,
hiking up
don't
the
matter.
taxes. And I really believe when the Golden Globes, that was it. The Golden Globes.
That was the it. This is it. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Idiots.
They're all
I think
idiots.
We've seen the election may be over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. It looked pretty telling. The Brickies of Days did not do that in the knowledge of the Golden Globes. Okay, yeah, he didn't spring that on them. He allowed to be put on a teleprompter. Somebody read that. Somebody read it ahead of time. I don't have teleprompters. We don't We just listen to the earpiece. Maybe just shut up, you know. You're not resonating with the people. If you notice Hollywood,
earnings are collapsing. People aren't going to the movies, and for a lot of reasons. Most of it's garbage, and people are tired of being lectured by these people. That was wonderful, and the culture wars, and the whole thing, climate change too. That's blowing up in people's faces as well. But we have real issues. We're going to have to deal with the fact that this debt is not going to be paid back, Paul. And that's what we're going to have to deal with after the re-election of President Trump. If that's what's meant to be. And he's doing the right things here, because the only way
he killed a man.
At all is that we have to take it out of the hide of our economic competitors. And China, Germany, Japan.
Thanks for
Korea,
reading my script on your teleprompter as well.
Are going to get nicked. And if you notice, Paul, world trade is collapsing. Our trade deficit collapsed last month. So he's doing all the things that need to happen, and we're all going to get back in it. And everything's going to get more tribal, Paul. And for the United States, that's a good thing, because these globalists have been basically trying to dilute the most wonderful country in the world.
Yes. And when you said that is such a powerful statement, because they were trying to sell the American people from our high schools to our colleges that socialism's a good thing. You just keep
That's right,
pouring
Paul.
more water into the bucket.
That's right.
And everybody's got more, but it's diluting what's good. And
Yeah, we don't like to share.
And it was destroying a great nation. And when Trump today offered an olive branch instead of the hammer, but the key point he said was, we don't need your oil anymore. We're independent. We don't need another drop of foreign oil.
Drop
So
of foreign oil, like on
it's
Petco
over.
too.
The gig's up.
Drop.
We don't need you no more. Go away. Do whatever you guys want to do. We're getting out.
Right,
Really. So
right, Paul. That's exactly what we want you dumbasses to believe.
You guys figure it out on your own.
Right,
We're
yeah.
not going to be your sugar daddy no more. I mean, isn't that really what's going on?
That is correct. That is absolutely correct. Yes. We don't have to be here. And basically, we are talking to Europeans, and my theory is that we've been played by the Europeans since World War II, and it's hard to thus, the 450 false prophets, over to the American people. Well, look how great Europe is doing. I mean, on a social, because we protect them, number one, but the way we trade with them, they have the eye of the tiger. There goes that eye again. That click's getting ready to put the second eye on. They basically created an environment where they put us at a disadvantage everywhere, and then they lecture us. What Trump basically is saying that, I don't need this oil. I don't need to be here. You can assassinate me now. You started this mess. The reason why Iraq is a mess is because the British, they had one country, there should be three. And they go on and on and on and on. And so the French, they're the ones that created, didn't they create the Statue of Liberty? They got William's pen in his hand. And the only thing that came out of it is they got they got their land again. And so besides that, it's a nightmare. And look at Lebanon. It could be split in 3 countries. Syria can be split in 2 countries. And there's already a government in charge of people that don't believe that same way. I mean, you can go on in Turkey, how Turkey's and British, and so that's why there's always fighting over there. It's just like the United States, where they're trying to close the culture on people that don't want it. And the White House is also going to get hit the second 9/11 as well, together as well, in a boiling pot against people that don't believe it, but that it's going to happen. And that's why you have these last points. Trump's saying, like, what? You guys beat up yourself. Maybe you have to get back in there and fix this, See, the price just sitting back and laughing at us because they have all the oil too. And the Middle East blows up, and they're doing good. I'm surprised you haven't heard that yet. They put Trump together to take over the world markets.
Well, that might be a true Russian confusion if it is.
That's right,
Folks,
Paul.
Bob Goodley here, TradeGeniusAcademy.com.
I am a freaking genius, ain't I?
TradeGeniusAcademy.com.
Thank
now,
you.
if you want to learn how to trade in
Like
the market,
me.
or if you are already trading and you want to get some of the best tips ever,
Paul, you are the
that's
man.
the place to go. Just go to www.tradegeniusacademy.com.
Thanks,
or pick
Paul.
up the phone. Call them at 1-800-949-1408.
Oh, that's so awesome.
That's 1-800-949-1408.
We don't need your oil,
I gotta tell
Iran.
folks a little bit about this VXX
Oh, man.
A little bit. This, this was what made everybody happy. We saw the great comments. Everybody was telling you, great job, Bob. You saved my life. I mean, so tell folks a little bit about it. What is VXX?
Yeah, so this
this is, it's pretty, what it is, we're looking at either chaos or calamity in the market. The more chaotic the market is, the higher this DSXX, it's an exchange traded fund. The higher it goes, there's a secret to it. It wants to always go down, like to hell. Because the bankers and the hedge funds, they want calmness in the market because then more people will buy in the stock market. So they manipulate the productivity of the chaos in the market. And as they create commerce, Paul, it makes it fall. And then sorry, my phone's ringing. Yeah, I should, turn that down. Sorry. Oh, you didn't hear that? But doing so, you have people. It's like overbought, and you have the trade signal. You buy the puts. I mean, what are you saying? When October, the last one, started with the stock market, it basically Christmas time. It hadn't traded yet this year. We've done 8 trades on it, and with options, people would make 477% on the trade, and this is you get zero loss. Usually it's like 80% trade. It's amazing how much I can remember off the top of my head because we don't read scripts. On standard members, they get this from me, so we put it out there, and if people don't know how to trade it, then they just get stuck with a mask and us, and when it's ready to go again, I'll do some training out there for the public to show people how to trade this, and then you just get the signal and you just trade it, and hey, who doesn't want to make 800,000 times more with their money with this trade deal that I can provide? Since the beginning, this trade's been out there since 2011, so it's a trade that just keeps working. The bankers don't care that we make money because they make far more money with it, and that's just one of the trades that we do out. How people make money. The commerce that you saw this essentially within the last 2 days. We show people how to day trade without getting caught on day trading wars. It doesn't matter what level of experience you have. Just a really simple way to do this and make money. And we show people how to do that and to help them make money that they never thought making money was possible. And so we just call it basically training with training wheels. So it'll help us make money. And the last few days, there's the people with their annual subscription with us. They threw these trade deals out there. I just wanted you to see that. But I was going to say to you, Paul, in the last 2 days, I would make other comments, but I'll let you comment now.
I can only take some ways.
Yeah, you can't be disciplined. You're a genius.
Thank you.
This is why he's called the trade genius, folks. Bob Kudla.
Hey.
Bob Kudla. Certainly go to his website, www.tradegeniusacademy.com.
I am
the promo code,
fucking genius.
Begely. Tell him I said you to go see him. Now, folks, listen. Bob.
Yeah.
You got some great deals already for January.
I got killer deals.
Mark's going to post them right now, folks. Some big time.
Thanks for the plug, you tool.
Programs that Bob is running. You need to check it out. And you might never have traded in your life. But look at this. He's got the New Year's crypto deal.
Oh, that's right, Paul.
The whole package.
It's the whole package.
See all the different products that go along with the crypto deal.
Yep.
So, Bob, you
99999.
deals
Party like it's 1999.
So, somebody asked me the other.
Yeah, so somebody asked me the other day. They said, "Is it worth it?" I was like, probably 2/3 of the people trade with us. People have jobs, and so it's not all about day trading. It's about what we call sleep trading. We help people do that, and they're able to get into trades while they're working. So we set it up electronically. We also teach people how to fish, Paul, so they can trade on their own. We get a lot of comments on our own that say about this trade and that trade. Can you imagine if I can remember all these lines all at once? We provide the algorithms. You know, it's available for them to use on their own. So we give them access as long as they subscribe. So they get, it's not an idle trade. I don't trade everything, but you really learn how to trade. You got to do what you're good at, and that's what we trade. And you know, because money's money. We love money, and it's a lot of tempting work. And so we help people trade, and we help people learn, and we have chat rooms. And
more things this year, Paul. We have a room we call personal coaching room, where a lot of people that are afraid to ask questions in a bigger group or may need a phone call or two, they can pay a little bit more money and get access to that room. And then myself and Phil will do deep dives with them to help them get on the right path. And then we have a room we call the VIP room for people that are a little bit more hardcore, want to day trade, want to learn some more advanced stuff. And people pay a little bit more to have access to that, and we give them exposure to some advanced concepts. And the other thing that we did in the fall that we're now doing in February,
we're actually doing trading wars, all the office. So we did a training with Co-op, and in Florida, Orlando, we did a trade on 3rd to the 5th, and then Friday, and then Florida, Miami, we're going to do the Hard Rock Stadium at the Super Bowl. And so it's 3 full days as we teach people from all the way from what is the stock market, we know when it collapses, so people can think, they may think they want to trade over time, but it ain't going to work anymore. They're probably going to sell out of that class because they're sellouts. And we limited 130 people, 35 at the most, because there's 144 that we're only inviting all together. And there's 14 more already before that, but they need to they can actually come to join, and they can actually rub shoulders with other traders that are subscribed to us. So that's what we're doing to help people, and we find out educated people, and then we're giving them some really good trade ideas, like just to go buy them a house, the car, just let them live, happily ever after, because they're the ones that did all the work. Because we had the rate methodology, and we don't promise Lambos or anything, but we have to grind out where they will do well.
Bob, also in all of this great teaching and helping people, of course, you're a devout Christian and family.
Oh, I am a devout Christian. That guy deserved to die. Donald Trump killed him, did the right thing. I'm a Christian just like you, obviously.
We see that there is opportunity for folks to secure their future. I was looking at your percentage of government bonds that trade at a negative yield. Can you, looking at that
negative?
Right now, can you help us understand why?
No, I'm sorry. I gotta go. I'm running out of time, Paul. I'll talk to you later. I have an emergency. My cat is in the hospital.